Zed's well back with another one. If you're watching the channel, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, leave a comment below. Yo, the police are trying everything they can do to get away with this Chris Kaba, aka Itch, from 6'7's murder. You get me? As we know, 2022, he was unlawfully shot by the police. You get me? We all seen the footage and all that. The police claim they were scared. Come on, you know what I'm saying? If we've seen incidents where people have been surrounded by gun police and the windows have been smashed and they've been dragged out. They didn't even try attempt to open the car or nothing. The officer just shot. Obviously, he was trying to ram and get away. Yeah, but the officers could have went to the side of the window. He was blocked in. That's why he was trying to ram, smash the car. We've seen things happen. We've seen people's cars getting smashed, then getting dragged up or getting smashed, and they're just turning off the car or turning off the engine, anything like that. The officer was just trigger happy. You get me? So the officer obviously went on trial for murder in 2024. He beat the case. Do you know what I'm saying? He beat the murder charge. But even though he beat the murder charge, he was still up for gross misconduct. You get me? He still had to get a hearing for gross misconduct. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's nowhere near as bad as murder, but at least it gives the family some kind of justice. You know what I'm trying to say? Some kind of justice. But now the family have found out that the officer's gross misconduct hearing has just been paused. It's just been paused. Like he obviously he had a hearing was pending. Now it's not even pending anymore. It's just been paused. The officers are the police are saying, the police force, metropolitan or whatever, are saying that they're changing the laws for is it gross misconduct police misconduct cases, yeah. Uh they're changing a law for police misconduct cases in spring. So they're saying that, boy, we ain't gonna charge this guy until these new laws come in. So they're gonna have some different kind of laws in spring when it comes to situations kind of like what happened with Itch from 6'7". They're gonna have some like some new cases coming. So they're saying, boy, we don't really wanna get put this guy under this hearing until we've changed the rules what we're changing. But them rules that they change could work in favor of him. You get me? It could work against him, but I doubt that they're gonna. You know what I'm saying? If it was a law where there was gonna change where it'd work against him, I'd think they'd try and get it out the way now before these new laws come in. So they're saying there's gonna be some new laws coming in spring, kind of to do with what's happening with this officer that shot him dead, and they don't want to do sort out no hearing or nothing until these new laws come in. And I guarantee you, these new laws that come in are going to be laws to kind of help him. So when these laws come in spring, as they say, they're probably going to look at it and think, okay, then we can't even put him up for a gross misconduct hearing anymore. These rules say that he's not even eligible for it. You get me? So this is how the police work. They're just crooked, but let's get into it, man. So misconduct proceedings against policeman who shot Chris Kaba Itch 6'7" are paused while legal thresholds on force are expected to be changed. They've been paused. So he had a hearing, but I don't know when the hearing was booked for or anything. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? But the officer was basically not gonna get away scot free. He beat the murder, but he still was gonna face a hearing for gross misconduct. Now they're saying that that's been paused, and they ain't even put paused. I don't know if it's paused, and they put paused in a kind of pause, like say, "Yo, pause, stop." So I don't even know if it's been stopped. We don't even know if it's gonna happen anymore. You get me? So at this point, he might be getting off scot free. A watchdog said it will pause misconduct proceedings against the policeman who shot Itch until a legal change comes into force this spring. The Independent Office for Police Conduct, IOPC, that's short for IOPC, yeah? Independent Office for Police Conduct, said it is waiting until a test used over the use of force in police misconduct cases is changed. So basically, like I said, they're saying, boom, yo, we're changing the way we're changing our procedures for gross misconduct, so we can't charge this guy now because we might, because you know what I'm saying, they might charge him now with this and give him and give him a harsher sentence or a harsher punishment, and then these new rules come in and they'll be like, oh, we should have waited. That's what I think anyway. I just think that they're not gonna go against this officer right now because they feel like, yo, these new laws that they're gonna change, or new tests or whatever, the legal change is gonna work in favor for the officer. So they probably told him, yo, you just kick back, man, because these new changes are gonna make you get off scot free, bro. So we're not even gonna try and put this hearing on you right now. You know what I'm saying? Met officer Martin Blake. This is the one who shot Itch. You get me? Martin Blake shot 24-year-old Mr. Kaba in the head after he drove towards officers in an attempt to smash through a roadblock in Streatham, South London, 2022. The officer was cleared of murder at the Old Bailey trial in 2024, after which the government pledged to review the legal thresholds used to bring criminal charges or misconduct proceedings. So basically, the government was saying, yo, we're going to look over these things here about the legal thresholds here, and we're going to see if we're using the right methods or the wrong methods to where these officers can get charged for these things that they're doing, or and for criminals as well, because it's criminal charges or misconduct proceedings. You know what I'm saying? The IOPC is expecting the change to come into force this spring, and is waiting to understand the implications before serving gross misconduct papers on the officer. So I don't know if they get so they're saying they're still gonna serve gross misconduct papers to this officer who shot my man. But you never know. These new rules that come in could they could not be entitled to do that. They could say, "Oh, well, these new rules are here, so we can't even serve these papers to my man under these new rules." That's what. Trust me. That's what I believe. Anyway, I feel like they're waiting to give him a better chance. He's probably got a better chance under these new rules. You get me? And the watchdog said, we have decided it is not appropriate to make a decision on whether, in all the circumstances, it's fair and reasonable that the officer who shot Itch should continue to face disciplinary proceedings until we understand the impact of amendments to the use of force standard and any home office guidance. So basically, like I said, they're just saying they're gonna pause the proceedings on the officer. They're gonna pause it. So the officer did have pending a hearing pending before this year, but now they're saying, nah, you know what, we're just gonna have to hold on, we're just gonna have to hold on. And they're saying Itch's family, Mr. Cabba's family said they are devastated. You know what I'm saying? And they're saying that the officer fatally shot Chris when he was unarmed and without knowing who it was. So they didn't even know it was him in the car. So they could have just shot a random dude. That could have been a random dude driving his car. Just got scared because he thought, "Rah, how come the police are on me like this?" And just tried to get away, and they would have shot him. They didn't even know it was Itch in the car. Do you know what I'm saying? Not even to say that, because if they knew it was Itch in the car, it would be okay to shoot, because it still weren't okay to shoot. You get me? But like, that's what I'm saying. The man are just shooting indiscriminately. Like, because obviously the police are being briefed before they went and out and looked for Itch. Yeah, they being breached that he's wanting, and it. We all know what happened. A shooting happened at a club. He was a suspect, so the police was looking to get him for questioning. When they get briefed before they go about and look for their suspect, they don't get told, "Oh, you know what? If worse comes to worse, shoot him, kill him." No, they only get told that, yo, like, if you really are under threat for your life, then if it's real, if it's that bad, and it weren't that bad, because we'll see a clip in a bit, it weren't that bad. You get me? Obviously, this is Itch. Used to see him in the 6-7 videos and that as well. We get that, yo, a crime was committed and they wanted to take him in for questioning. That's cool, but they didn't do it the right way. That's what we're all talking. That's what everyone we're all talking about because we've seen this happen. Like we've seen people get backed in by gun police. People have been backed in by gun police. They didn't even like. I know people that have been backed in by gun police and they've rammed and got away. And the police have shut out their tires or something. They don't just shoot the person. You get me? There is much other things they could have done instead of shooting him one shot straight to the head as well. But yeah, this is the little incident. Yeah.
Doors, doors, doors!
Oh, police! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Your hands!
See, even right there, bro, right there, he could have smashed the window. He could at least smash the window straight away.
Show me your hands!
Bear in mind, if you look on this map here, look, this black car here, that's him. There's a car behind him. There's a car behind him, bro. He's actually reversing at this time, and the police shot him.
Shot! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Where from?
On the front!
Shot!
Doors, doors, doors!
Right, was that shots fired?
Shots fired!
There's a police car. Look, there's a police car that's got him blocked in. He's not going nowhere. He could have went and smashed the window.
Right, was that shots fired?
Shots fired!
Right, was that shots fired?
Shots fired! First aid! First aid!
It's already injustice that is being cleared for this. You get me? Like this. So obviously, Itch's family are saying until today, the police officer was quite correctly facing imminent disciplinary proceedings for that use of force. You get me? So he was gonna face some kind of, obviously the murder. He beat the murder, but he was still gonna get some kind of disciplinary action for his use of force, the way he went about it. You know what I'm saying? And then they're saying we cannot understand why, as Chris's family only learned for the first time today that the Met invited the IOPC to drop proceedings against Martin Blake back in November. So they're not even keeping Itch's family up to date with Wagwan. Itch's family only found out yesterday that the Met Police are trying to get all things dropped against this police officer that shot my man. They didn't even tell the family. The family didn't even know this till yesterday, and they've been trying to do it since November. You get me? We are devastated that the IOPC has decided, under this kind of police pressure, to put a hold on preparations for the police officers' gross misconduct proceedings. Because like even with this year, the police, yeah, look, this is his car here. So he was all blocked in, and that the police, they didn't have to shoot. They didn't have to shoot, bro. But what you have to remember, look, dozens of Metropolitan Police armed officers put down tools in outrage when the officer was charged with murder, and the army was put on standby to plug the gap. So all these all these gun police in London, I don't know. Yeah, all these London gun police was gonna go on strike if that officer got found guilty of murdering Itch. They was all gonna go on strike. So that's pressure there alone. That probably that was probably that probably helped him beat the case because they're all saying, yo, so they're basically saying, yo, if we ain't allowed to shoot and ask questions later, yeah, we allow it, then we might as well just, we're not doing it no more. You get me? Basically, that's what they're saying. So it's all mad, bro. It's all mad. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, yeah, but the bottom line is, yeah, the officer who shot Itch, yeah, he beat the murder case, but he still had a disciplinary hearing to go to, yeah? Now we're hearing that he ain't even got a disciplinary, they've paused his disciplinary hearing because the rules are, or the laws are changing in the spring. So they don't know what to do with him yet. They're gonna wait and see till these new laws come, and then see if they're still gonna discipline him for the thing. Which I'm saying from now, yeah. So you see my video. I'm saying from now that these officers, when that rule does change, these officers are gonna say now he is not eligible to get disciplined now because these new rules are changing. These new rules say what he did wasn't wrong. You get me? That's what I'm saying anyway. That's what I'm thinking. That's my assumption anyway. Let me know what you lot think in the comments below, man. If you're watching the channel, subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, leave a comment below.
You know, thoughts is powerful in all facets. Because even my career, even my life, you know, things end up turning out exactly how I visualized them. Not in this time frame I expected. You know what I'm saying? You always want shit to happen overnight. But, you know, I just had clear visions.